Hello everyone, it's David here from RF Shop and Black Card Technologies. So this past weekend we actually just went for a bit of a breakaway as a family to Rapid Bay down in South Australia. Just went camping and diving for me and my son. The old caravan I showed earlier, or vintage caravan I showed earlier, where I put a Poynting MIMO-3 antenna on top of the roof, thinking I want to test this to see how good it's going to work. Now, when you go to Rapid Bay, it's pretty notorious. There's just almost nothing. It's pretty much down a gully on the actual coast there, and it's already far down south, so there's really not a lot of need to have good coverage unless you are camping and you just want to be connected. So, of course, it's a perfect place to see what we can do with some of the antennas from our stock. So the idea, first of all, is just to see my cell phone. And so when I use my cell phone, there is a bar. So it's like so many people would say there's 1 or 2 bars on my phone, which I still don't know what the value is of just looking at a line, because that's only interpretation as done by the network operator or the phone itself, for what it shows. So, but basically I had 1 bar on my phone on a Vodafone SIM card, and it shows connection. Once you try to make a connection, it says no, there's only SOS calls available. So there wasn't much going on. So the setup that I have, which I showed earlier, is my my caravan, which is the vintage caravan. Still needs lots of work, so don't look at all the fine detail that's missing. Then the pointing antenna is on the roof. So the pointing antenna is available on our website. It is in stock. So if you look at the video and you see what we're doing, you could just contact us and we could get you a similar solution pretty quickly as well. Now, the first thing is we did our dive. We just did a bit of a touristy thing, and after that in the afternoon, I just turn on the Huawei B818 outside to see what do I get. There's the video. It's pretty much was dead as a door now. I could not get anything out of this initial unit as it was there. So I thought, okay, of course you think that this is going nowhere. So put it on the inside, and I connected it to the actual antenna we have on the roof. So we have the cable running from the roof, and then not yet making a nice perfect installation. We'll do that eventually with the Teltonica 240 or the 950, but for this case we just had the antenna and the cable, and I put it there in the cabinet with the battery connected to it, so it's connected to its power supply, and there you go. You can see at least the lights are all on and it shows there's a connection going. So of course that made me very excited, thinking I'm onto something here. Look at the reading. So I logged into the device itself. As you can see, my signal strength RSRP is minus 101, which that's useful. That's of course it's in the problem area, but if you have nothing, then going to 101 or minus 101, that certainly is something. Now you see the RSRQ and the signal to noise ratio is pretty average. I'm not going to be unhappy about it because I had nothing before, so now I have a connection and this modem says you're connected, so that's all good. Went to speedtest.net. It's in the afternoon. I don't know if somebody else was trying something with boosters or so, but got 28.3 download speed and 16.3 upload, so that's quite useful. Of course, next thing I did is I called my mum. So my mum still lives in South Africa. I'm going to share a bit of the audio there, so you'll see the actual establishment of the call. Then I'll switch over and just go over to the video I took back in Rapid Bay. Excuse the background noise. It was actually raining, so it was wasn't cold, but it was getting a bit miserable. Hey, I'm calling my mum. See how that works. Did you hear that? Hallo man. Oh, gaan het? Goed, dankie wel. So the next thing I did, once I was talking to my mom, I just fiddled around a bit to get her over to video call, because I thought, well, if we can get to a video call, this would be absolutely beautiful. Voice is great, video would be amazing. So let's see what happened there. Just turning on the video. Well, waar gaan die video aan sit? That's done. I'm not supposed to have an internet. There we go. Hello. Hi, Mom. Goed gaan het? So I have a connection. I'm talking to my mum on WhatsApp video call. As you can see, the video is running because it was just, I thought, well, you might as well see that I'm actually genuinely in conversation with my mum, showing her the setup that I showed earlier on the video itself. I mean, this is it. This is mind blowing, because that MIMO-3 pointing antenna that that I tested, it's working like a dream, and some in a place where people know there is not a lot of signal. I was just sitting there happily on my little chair outside and doing what I wanted to do on the internet. So I'm pretty chuffed. I'm just really, it's a simple outcome. Once you have a connection, it's like, okay, now what? But just think about what's happening here. It's actually, we're having a decent conversation and a real connection to the internet. Now, to be truthful, so I thought this morning, which this is still Sunday morning, so we're back home, but I went back again, and I thought, let me just do a quick sanity check to see if this is still working, if there's still a difference, because it feels like it's too good to be true. So first of all, I took no connection, no antenna at all. I did make a connection to the network, so that's different from the day before, but my signal to noise, my signal strength, RSRP, screenshot there shows minus 118. To be 100% truthful, it fluctuated. I did test after test after test. Minus 118 was the worst. I did go to minus 107. So anything in that band, minus 107, minus 118, that's what I got. So it kept fluctuating up and down. So it shows it's quite an unstable link. And you can see there the download link, it's not too bad, 63 megabits per second, and up was 3.6. So that's pretty average. I don't think I would be very successful in making a video call. Connected the external antenna to it to see, is it definitely making a difference, because you still want to see that it's valuable to have the external antenna connected. There you go. I got minus 99 on the screenshot. It fluctuated between minus 98 and minus 107. So it's still fluctuating, but it's fluctuating about 10 dB better than the other version. And the test that I did down is minus 73 megabits per second, which is faster than the no antenna connection. So that's definitely a positive. Up was phenomenal. I mean, that's 3 times faster, so 19.2 megabits per second. So again, I'm just super stoked. And I was up, I woke up early, so I woke up at about 5:30, turned on my modem with the extra antenna. I was doing all sorts of stuff on the internet. I had no issues at all. It was just perfectly fine. So looking into the detail here, you see the numbers, but as a user, it worked. I just sat there, I had internet, other people walking around, and I could see some people looking at it, what the hell am I doing on my devices, but it was working fine. So I'm a happy camper. That is the word. So what I've learned from this is, of course, this example, I had my BYO, my bring my own. So I took my home internet connection with me, because it's a 4G internet connection, took it with me and just had to connect it to the external antenna, and basically my home internet connection, take it with me to wherever I am. So that's one use case. If you go to our website and you go to the kits and you say the BYO or the bring your own antenna section, which is under the kits, that's it. You'll just have that option and take the antenna. The antennas would come with a TS9 pigtail, so if your modem, such as ours in this case, needs the TS9 pigtail, that will be available. Otherwise, if you have a modem that doesn't need the TS9 adapter cable, you put it in your drawer and keep it for when you have a modem that needs it. Our kits, the other caravan kits, is going to be kitted up with the Teltonica, either the RUT240, the RUT950, or if you want to go high end, you can also kit it up with the RUT-X11. So those three modems would be our core focus for at least the next, let's say 6 months or so. So there's the kits that get you that antenna that I demonstrated, plus modems. But if you have a modem, you can still get the antenna and get the same user experience that I demonstrated here. We'll be going to Port Lincoln in the Christmas break. I will take a RUT240 with me so we can demonstrate the kits as well, plus this antenna. So I'm really happy with this. I couldn't have asked for more than this actual demonstration itself. But if you like what we're doing, do consider subscribing to our YouTube channel so we can share these experiments and also keep showing more of these things to you and share with you. There's also feedback that if I get feedback, that creates some material we can use on subsequent videos as well. Note that if you go to our website, you look at these antennas, look at the kits that we offer. There's always a phone number available, so you could give us a call. We're happy to help to explain what we're doing, to see if we can make customization like on antenna cable lengths or connectors for your specific modem. Or if you have any questions about modems, do let us know and we'll see what we can do for you. Install work is available from us at the moment. Of course, it's limited to Adelaide because that's where we are. But if you have any questions, or if you want to install us in other places, we have contacts and we can guide you to some of the other options in other states in Australia. And of course, as I mentioned, the last thing, this was a scuba diving trip for me and my son. So I'll end this video here, but just want to show you some of the scuba video material as well, because that's the most amazing hobby there is to do. Not related to RF Shop or Black Card Technologies, but that's related to me and my other passion other than antenna. So I'll sign off here. I'll see you again next time, and just have a look at some of the underwater footage from Rapid Bay, November 2020. See you later. Cheers.